your girl for a threesome and she tells you only if you give her one, how would you feel and respond to this?
Who wants to take that
answer?
one first?
When you say only one, just one time?
Well, there's one here. Well, as in, like, for example, her get a threesome with 2 guys.
So the guy requests it, and then she says, "I want one too."
Yeah, basically.
Is
She
that,
gotta go.
Wait, is it with two?
Who wrote that?
It says first.
I thought it meant with the boyfriend, and they do it with another girl.
Oh, wait. Well, okay. I hate to put the person on blast here, but just to clarify, is it if you say you want a threesome, then the girl says, "I want a threesome too," and I pick the girl, or is it 2 guys?
We have to pick the girl. So how about threesome?
They trying to find out the question
who
first.
wrote the question?
Yeah. Next question.
Nobody wants to admit it?
That was me.
Okay.
My question.
So yeah. Because I mean, obviously, we want to really understand your question to appropriately answer it.
I feel you. My question precisely was, all right, there are dudes that will ask their girlfriends of years,
For a threesome. Yeah.
I want a threesome.
Sure.
That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
If you as a girl, you feel like, okay, you know what, I'll give my dude a threesome. That's fine with you. But what about when you ask your dude, all right, I'll give you a threesome, but I want a threesome too. There are girls. I've had this conversation with
Stop.
There are girls that
I know where you're
I'm talking about
going.
like threesome with 2 guys.
Stop. You have a very bad habit of talking when we're
I'm so
talking.
sorry.
Yeah.
With another woman or with a man?
Yeah.
No. If a dude is asking you for a threesome with 2 girls, and you as a girl is asking your dude
we understand you.
for a threesome with 2 guys.
Okay, there you go. 2 guys.
So it is 2 guys.
Yeah, 2 guys.
Okay. Why could you just say that?
Just say that.
Because I'm explaining why I'm asking
She
this
just
question.
takes a long way to
That's called a
explain.
train.
It's okay.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, that's not called a threesome. That's called a train.
That's fine.
TK, you want to take a
Monkey see, monkey do.
One, I always
1C6, 1C9.
always remember what I'm about to tell the world. Never do a threesome with your husband or boyfriend.
Thank you.
Of course.
Never.
I agree.
I agree on that. I was
It
just
will
asking.
always come back to bite you on your ass.
I know that's
because as soon as he gets mad, because most men are not strong. You start sucking another man's dick and he watching you. That nigga.
Oh wait, you're talking about a train? Oh no, I'm talking about. Okay, I'll let you.
Yeah, I'm
answer
going
it
that
then.
way first. I'm going that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And he'll see you for years. He's like, "Bitch, you suck that motherfucker's dick."
Yes,
Just to really
that's
fuck with him
true.
for the rest of
That's
life.
true.
But you can do it with someone you're not in love with and you don't really care about them, and you can really have a good time. There's so many people as they get older, the husband wants to bring in another woman to the house, right? And that's, to me, as you get older, your bedroom has to become sacred. It has to, you can have no confusion, no negative energy rolling through the room. All that's for children. And this is just my opinion. Keep that bullshit out your home if you want peace of mind. And if a man allows his woman to do that, then he ain't really a man. This is just my opinion. Because when that's your woman, no other man should touch your woman.
Facts.
We
can I
2
ask
girls,
you-
yes.
Huh?
We another girl, yes.
Can I ask you a question?
I'm not understanding.
She
Like
said with
we
another
another
girl it's
girl?
acceptable,
Yes.
with another dude it's
Yes.
not.
No, I don't want, no, period.
Yeah.
Like,
That's what she's saying.
I don't even want that in my life either. Like,
Oh, not even 2 girls.
That's what
No,
I
not
was
even 2
gonna
girls.
ask.
Yeah, just peace. You got to have peace of mind.
Okay.
I got a question.
So it's a negative for both.
Yeah.
Is it
So it's a
different?
married
Is it
thing.
different than
It's something
this topic?
similar to you just said it. Why is a threesome with 2 men
A train?
a train? And I don't know. I'm not into that
then
stuff. I'm
it's
just wondering why
different.
is
Why
it not
can't I understand why?
I mean,
The double standard.
It's just a double standard.
just a double
That
standard.
I guess doesn't favor women. But the reality is, like typically, it's always been used.
I've
If you say
never
a
heard
train,
this
it means
before.
2 dudes, and if you say a threesome, it's 2 women.
All right, so this is what I call a train. You know, on a train, there's
1, 2,
barriers at the
3.
bottom that connect. If you look at it from a biological standpoint,
Oh, what the hell?
there's 2 penises like this.
Yep.
So into the girls like a train. Choo choo.
Yeah, one in the butt.
One in the
vagina.
back, one in the
Yeah,
front.
vagina.
I was asking a question, but I honestly related.
Why would anybody want that in the first place?
I can agree.
That must be so
All right,
uncomfortable.
I'll answer.
No, thank you.
That girl's effectively single. She is done. I will absolutely terminate the relationship right then and there.
Totally agree.
And she doesn't deserve a relationship at that point, and she doesn't like me that much, because the reality is, if your girl truly loves, admires, and respects you, all other men are invisible to her.
Absolutely.
So wouldn't it be the same for you as
No.
a guy that's
No.
with her?
No.
No,
It's
men and
never
women
going
are
to be the
different.
same.
Why would it never be the same?
Never.
It's just
not
the
the
rule.
same.
Because
It's
if you
not
love,
the
if you
same.
truly love that girl, wouldn't you not want to touch
But
no
it's not
other
the
girl
same.
there?
2 girls and 2 guys.
That was crazy.
No, the thing is that listen.
What
I'm
you're
just
saying-
asking
No
questions.
way.
I'm just asking questions.
Young lady,
but
what
I
you're
totally
saying makes
agree.
sense, and I totally agree. A man shouldn't want another woman. That's why I said do this stuff before you get married, or even in a serious relationship. Because even when you're in a serious relationship, you should have peace. Because somebody gonna be insecure. Sometimes you can be the woman that's insecure, and she bring home another girl. Guess what? That guy's fucking the girl more than he was fucking her. Now that girl's insecure about. Oh, I saw the way you was feeling Stacy, and you don't look at me like that. And when I went to the bathroom, I heard y'all talking. You know, this is how it goes down. This because I used to be a player, and one of my girls I used to date, she put one of her girlfriends in, and I talked about this on one of my interviews, and I said sometimes when you win, you really lose, and when you lose, you really win. See, I snatched the girl up because my conversation was just on point. So she went in the home and said, "Yeah, I'm gonna stay with TK." So the girl left mad because she had a boyfriend, but she was cheating on him. As I was driving her to my spot, she was saying she didn't have a place to live. But me being experienced in life, I felt like this woman was going to be a liability, and I wasn't in the mood to buy nobody no apartment, get you on your feet. So the first thing I said was that I went upstairs when I got to my house and act like I got a phone call, and I bought her an airline ticket, and I put her ass right on that plane. I never saw her again. Gotcha, bitch. Because I thought I was that dude when we was at the hotel.
Yeah.
You know, her girlfriend and I'm like, come here, baby, we talking. I'm thinking I'm that nigga.
Yeah.
You know, but actually I was getting myself in debt. See, most men don't think about what they're getting themselves into.
Yeah.
And they want to get themselves into. They say anything to the female. The female is believing in him. And while he changed his mind, the females want to know why he changed his mind. But most women in those situations sometimes become a liability more than an asset. And when a man, once he's nuts or whatever, he figures his mind is clear, he'll go, wow, man, this shit about to cost me a lot of money. This ain't what I want. It was just sex. Now I'm putting my foot in my mouth, and the girl's actually looking around like, nigga, you said you was gonna do X, Y, and Z. Or that's like sometimes men get and catch cases with women because they talk so much. I'm gonna get you this, I'm gonna get you that, and the girls believe in you, so she done licked your ball, sucked your dick, but you ain't delivered because you changed your mind once you got your nut. Now, bitch hollering rape, and she gonna take it all the way to the motherfucking to the judge.
And that's another problem with a lot of dudes. Be careful with these girls that will do that shit to y'all.
Yeah, we know.
Straight up.
That's why we're on the show.
Not even trying to straight up. To all the guys, defend yourselves and protect yourselves because these girls will play y'all like y'all don't.
We all for the Lord now. All these gentlemen, our bodies are for the Lord.
That was just a question I asked. I'm actually against threesomes in relationships. When I'm talking about like when you try to be faithful to that person, I am. I was just trying to ask a
Okay,
question.
is that from experience though? Keep it a bean.
No, I've never had a threesome.
I've had 2 in my lifetime.
Never had a threesome.
So I think. Let me ask you a question. Do you think men and women are equal?
I do not.
Okay. So if men and women aren't equal, would it be fair to say that the reason why we're not equal is because we're different biologically?
Sorry. I don't know if... I feel like just in general, because, for example, like when you have mom and dad, who do you look up to as the protector, as everything, as a child? Your dad. You go to your mom when you want to be soft, when you want to be, comforted, this and that. You go to your dad
So they're
more
not the
for...
same.
So they're different then.
No, you look for your dad more when you look for protection, when you look for more of a... I don't even know how to explain it, but like a...
We can tell.
Basically, both of them bring something. No, I see what you're saying.
Okay, let me
try to
just
explain
ask
this
you.
real quick.
Let me just ask you a direct question then.
Yeah.
Are men and women the same?
I do not think that there's the same.
Okay. Do we have different biological things in us, whether the way we think and
For sure.
physically?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. So since we're different cognitively and we're different from a biological perspective in our bodies, wouldn't it be fair to say that what we look for sexually is different as well?
Definitely.
Okay. So men want a variety of different women. Women want a variety of different emotions with the same man. So we're not the same. So like you saying, well, it's not fair that you want to have sex with 2 girls. Like, I want to have sex with 2 dudes. What I've realized with girls is, y'all don't really want 2 dudes. You guys just want to be able to say and be equal to a man. And the reality is you'll never be equal to us.
Well, I was
So-
just asking a question. Just,
No, I know, but like, because girls have come up with that argument before, like,
Yeah.
why can you have 2 women and I can't have 2 guys? Well, the reason why is because that makes you a slut.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Because
Absolutely.
let's just keep it 1,000. Every single one of you guys could walk outside right now and go, some fucking dude will still have sex with you. If I go out there and go, I'm gonna go to
You're
jail.
not exactly for
so,
sure.
So we play by different rules. So you can't get the benefits of being promiscuous and still being respected as a female, like for us, because we have to work to be able to be promiscuous.
But my question was mostly like in a relationship, woman and dude, like the girl and the boy, just them within themselves, those 2 characters.
It doesn't matter. I think men should be able to have as many women as they want. I think if you're a guy, and because most guys don't want to be monogamous anyway. Most men are forced to be monogamous by their girlfriend.
Okay.
I think as a man, if you've worked to build yourself up to a certain point or whatever, you should have as many women as you want, and a girl can't tell you shit.
And I agree if you are with a girl that allows all that.
Allows is a funny word.
No, well, not allows, but she feels
That is
that
going to be
same
with
way.
you while you're
That
doing
she agrees with you, and she feels like, okay, you know what? I will let my dude do this because I don't care. That's how I feel. If he's a guy, da da da. But not everyone grows up feeling the same way about that.
Look, let me just be very. I'm going to sound like Obama here. Like he says, we don't negotiate with terrorists. I don't negotiate with women. It's my way or the highway. I don't listen to women at all. Because the thing is that I don't think that we're equal. Like, so if we're not equal, and you admitted this earlier, we think differently, we view the world differently. The way you view the world isn't optimal from a masculine perspective because women live a different existence. I mean, just be fair. I think women live a much easier life than men do. So
That's
your
very true.
opinion is
That's
not
very
valid
true.
to me because we live a way harder life than you guys do.
Just
we don't have
because
certain. Can you stop interrupting?
Sorry.
Incredible.
We'll let you talk.
Yeah.
We'll let you talk.
Oh,
So
Lord.
I look at it like, if you live a way easier than life than me, then why the hell am I going to take your opinion seriously? And here's the thing. I know this sounds really rash and fucked up, but this is how most men think. We just will never admit this shit.
Absolutely. That's so
We all
true.
think this way.
Yeah.
We just don't admit it to y'all.
You're direct with it, and I'm subtle with it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
crush, yeah.
That's not to say that we are better than you guys and we have like more human value. No, everyone deserves dignity and respect. However, in the confinements of a relationship, I'm supposed to be the protector, provider, and leader and decision maker. So what the fuck do I look like listening to you?
And that's true, though. That's very true.
Real quick, what do you think about this? You've been quiet the whole time. Do you agree, disagree?
I agree in a way. Like, I was really about to ask, like, are you guys like 50-50 men or you're going to do everything? Oh, sorry. Are you guys like 50-50 men or are you going to do everything with all
That's a
these
good
rules you have?
question.
Very good
Yeah.
question.
That's a good question, right?
Very
a
good
lot
question.
of
I don't believe in 50-50. I think with authority, if you're going to be able to tell your girl what it is and everything, you got to pay all the bills and be the leader. I don't think women should work. I mean, they work in stupid jobs anyway most of the time. I wrote a whole book about this. It's called Why Women Deserve Less. Women dominate the most useless jobs, typically. They don't have jobs that run infrastructure. This is true. It's a fact. They're not involved in STEM. They're involved in social science type jobs. They're involved in social work, etc. That's all great and all, but the country would go down in flames if like all men decided to like not work, right? The lights would turn off, etc. We run the infrastructure, hard laborious jobs that women don't want to do. So I don't think women should work anyway. And to be honest with y'all, most women don't want to work. How many girls go to college, get a job, make their 50, 70, 100K per year and be like, damn, this is miserable. I want kids in a family. This sucks. Women don't have the same proclivity to go out there and earn excess resources, right? I've always said, me and Andrew have had this discussion before. Shout out to my guy, Andrew Tate. If a man makes $1,000, he'll say in a day, he'll go, damn, if I do this for the month, I'll make $30,000 this month. If a girl makes $1,000, she's like, damn, I don't got to work the rest of the week. It's not the same. Like, are there some go-getter women out there? Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I would argue that most females would go with the latter, where I made enough to live and get what I want. Cool. Women look at money as a means to an end. Men look at money as a status symbol. It's a competitive. It's a competitive thing that we have in us. I make more money than you, or I'm successful, because men, we value each other on meritocracy. We don't value each other like you guys do on personality and feelings, and you're pretty. Like, we value each other on tangible assets. Women don't. So you guys don't have the same natural proclivity to go out there and earn. Like
I
we do.
mean, look at OnlyFans.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, it does. It does.
I do agree. I do see your perspective.
What do you think? You've been quiet over there too.
Honestly,
Nothing.
sorry. Okay,
Is he right? Is he wrong? Is she right? What do you think?
honestly, it's been a lot of conversation, so I'm a little sorry.
You stupid.
All right, we can move on.
All right now.
Okay.
But I think that women should just play their place, honestly. Like, I don't do too much, like I'm not really in relationships all like that, but like I should just stay in my place. do what's expected, so I don't have to hear it. Like I know men are different than women.
Mm-hmm.
I know that biologically men are gonna have
First, why'd you
different
do that to her,
needs,
man?
all that.
Bro, I'm trying to involve the whole
Yeah,
panel.
I'm a little,
I'm trying to let everyone talk.
Yeah, I'm like,
but yeah, I don't know.
Okay, what about you? What do you think about the topic? Threesomes, yes or no?
50-50.
50-50 as well.
best news anchor, whatever.
Men's. Okay, so you were saying that men are more ambitious than women, period.
In general.
Yeah, and I
Not
mean,
all the time.
in my life experience, I've witnessed women being more ambitious than men in quite a few cases. So I just think it depends on the person, but I think it definitely works better when the man is more ambitious than the woman. He respects
In what
himself.
ways do you see women being more ambitious?
It's cool.
That's
well,
important.
I mean, I've been in relationships where I'm the ambitious one, and he emasculates himself, and then I it's hard for me to respect him. So it's just better when the guy
Were
is
you more educated than
ambitious.
him?
I believe so.
Did you earn more than he did?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So, and women tend to, lean on their education as to why they're more ambitious, but you guys got to remember that the education system in itself was designed, right? Sit down, be, control yourself, etc. It's not necessarily a environment for little boys to thrive. It's an environment for little girls to thrive. And the reason why is because the education system, from elementary all the way until high school, indoctrinates you to do what you're told, listen, be quiet, be a nice little slave. It basically sets you up to work.
Employee.
To become an employee.
Yeah.
Work
literally.
for 40 hours for 40 years, right? Per week, and get 40% of your top 3 years with a pension. Like, the education system in itself is more geared towards women because women are much better at following
Instructions.
following instructions. Not necessarily. It's easier to manipulate them. Does that make sense? So, like, for example, when the mask mandates came out, right? Who's the first ones to put the masks on? It's typically the females. I mean, there were a few rambunctious ones, but the most outspoken people with the pandemic were men. And that's because since the beginning of time, men were okay with pulling out their fucking sword and defending their beliefs with violence. Women don't have that ability. You guys are physically weaker, unfortunately. And I think that represents itself with your biology and how you think as well. So with that said, I get what you're saying. Like, oh yeah, I met women that are more ambitious. Yes, women dominate college attendance. Yes, women in general strive and earn more degrees than men. But if you look, like, men still dominate the blue collar workplace, which you still can make quite a bit of money in that women don't want to go into. So I would say if we're going to use ambition through the education system, for sure, you're correct. But if we're going to use ambition for working hard, doing manual labor that might not necessarily require a college degree, men beat women all day because women don't work these jobs.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not all of them. I've unfortunately dated
None of them. Like 90%.
I've dated some lazy men, unfortunately.
Of course.
And
of
then
course.
I've dated
most men are bumps.
more ambitious.
I agree.
I've dated ambitious, and it works better because the man respects himself more. I respect him more, and because so I was just born with ambition, but. Yeah. It's not attractive to men. I mean, not always. It's not like men's ambition is attractive to women.
Yeah. It's not. And most men will never actually admit that like, we don't give a fuck about your career or your ambition or your education. Yeah. We don't give a shit because. How about this? I'll give you an example so girls can understand it. Let's say I told you, I got like an amazing sneaker collection. I got like Jordans from the 90s. I got some fucking, Nike Dunks, whatever. And I had like a whole closet and I collected them and I just had a bunch of them. And I also had like a bunch of designer belts. Would you care?
No.
Why not?
No.
Tell me precisely why you wouldn't care.
Well, actually, I would kind of be unattracted because I don't want to be with the guy who's obsessed with fashion that much.
Would it be fair to say that that's fairly feminine? To be that involved in fashion?
Yeah, I don't want to be with a man who's having feminine traits.
Pause right here.
Feminine.
See that feeling of I don't give a fuck and this is feminine?
Yes.
That's how we feel about ambitious women.
Yeah.
Because my sneakers, my belts, my fashion doesn't actually benefit you.
Right.
Just like your ambition and your money doesn't benefit me.
Yeah.
That's why men don't give a shit about it. And then also, if you add in all the other, traits of ambitious women, they tend to be more argumentative, they tend to be less agreeable, they tend to be they don't have as much time for you because they're pursuing their career.
Well,
it's like I'm dating another dude. Like we don't want to date another dude. What if you were with a guy that took longer than you to get ready every single time? You'd probably start to get annoyed and be like, what the fuck, you bitch? Like, dude, be a guy. That's how we feel about women that are super ambitious. They tend to behave like men, and that's not attractive to us.
Right. So I think the solution, since I'm born with ambition, is to be with someone who's more ambitious. I have to find someone who's like,
which is hard to find sometimes.
who
because,
works harder and you know, and that it works better because if I'm working on my stuff, he's working even more on his stuff, and so. But it is hard. It's hard to find. Yeah.
Yeah, but the problem is that
Especially now you're
when you
35,
want a
so-
hyper-masculine man, hyper-masculine men typically tend to be attracted to hyper-feminine women. So what girls don't get, right? And I kind of had this conversation. I've talked about this before with my sister. She's a doctor. You when you're an ambitious woman, you almost shoot yourself in the foot. And the reason why is because what ends up happening is you start to write a check that you can't cash. You make a bunch of money, you're successful, but in doing so, you masculinize yourself. And then the very men that you're competing for don't want you in return because they want a feminine woman. And on top of that, your price point's up. You make $100,000 plus a year. You need a guy that makes that kind of money. The guys that make that kind of money can date a girl that makes $10K per year, and we're happy.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where career women shoot themselves in the foot, and they don't even know it. They think, I'm going to pursue a career, I'm going to make a bunch of money. And this is why I say feminism lies to women. And then they're 30, 40 years old, and they're like, fuck, I'm still single. No guy wants me. What the hell's going on here?
48.
I have a house. I have money. I'm successful. I got a great 401k. Why doesn't a guy want me? Because we don't want another us.
What should we do in the meantime?
Well, it's better when you
She said, what do we
two
do in
have
the meantime?
ambition.
She said that.
The bare minimum.
I'm sorry.
You
What?
can't wait for
What
Lucy.
should we do in the meantime?
No,
Just-
for sure. Go to school, get an education. I'm not telling you not to do that, but what I am saying is that like
don't rely on it.
don't prioritize that. Like if you find a man, like I would say find a man when you're still young and beautiful, because as you get older, it gets harder and harder.
Yep.
I agree.
Ask
I'm
her.
taking my pussy to the
harder.
grave, honestly.
Wait, what?
I feel like I'm taking my vagina to the grave.
I mean,
Come on.
it's already been.
I am traumatized with dating.
Oh, okay. You're gonna
Okay,
stay single
that
with
makes
me.
sense.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
okay. You're gonna stay
okay.
single.
Not that situation. I dated other people after he's passed, but I'm just saying everything that you're talking about right now is stuff that I've dealt with. Not saying OnlyFans is a job to be proud about,
Oh, yeah,
but
that's even harder.
you get
Yeah,
it's true.
And you make your own money too.
300,000 a month. You get what I'm saying? And I've dated people with money, celebrities or whatever,
Wait, 300?
buying them stuff,
300?
you know, doing that, thinking that it's like, you know, at
Helping.
least you don't gotta, you know what I'm saying? Anything happen, at least you got, but no,
Down that
that
chick.
doesn't,
Wait, hold on. $300 a month.
300,000.
1,000.
So you're a millionaire.
Multi.
I made $4 million off of OnlyFans.
And you're still single? That's crazy.
How
By
much?
choice, though. By choice.
By choice? Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
I've left
proves
every
my
dude I've been
point.
with.
Yeah, that just
Every dude that I've been with,
Yeah.
I've made more money than, or I've had more stuff than, and then it'll be something like he's playing video games. This, I swear to God, this happened. He playing video games, and I'm setting up a network, you know, writing shows and stuff, and I asked him a question to help me, because I'm about to move him from his house into a condo. This boy flipped out on me. I'm like, you're playing
maybe I
fucking
need to
video games
open
that's
the
not paying
OnlyFans.
your
Yeah,
bills.
he's playing Overwatch, man. Fortnite, man. Come on.
And that's when I left him.
He's in the match.
Well,
I'm like, I'm
Was that the guy you were mentioning earlier that you could boss a guy up?
no, I bossed someone up. This is I was trying to boss
Wasn't
him
him.
up, but he
But you know what
he
you're
wasn't
doing though?
connecting.
You're bossing them up to leave you, because it's like at that point they feel insecure because
So
you're
true.
the one with the money.
Well, I
So they
left.
can't be a man.
Right. So true.
You're right. I got bored, and then it's like, you know, when he's up there, this.
No, he
it's
saw
just-
it coming before you realized it.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Do you feel because of your amount of money that you make that it's very hard for you to be submissive in a relationship?
No,
So you
I will do
still
anything for my man.
Yeah,
I know when to
nobody's
shut
getting
up.
what's
I
going
know-
on here.
Yeah.
Because she's successful and because of what she does for a living will make a man uncomfortable. Bottom line, there's no
Double
way
homicide, too.
around that. The other thing too is if when she bosses person up, when women do a lot for a man, it makes a man weak. It's like he said,
Facts.
you bossing him getting ready for someone else, and he sees that, and he's like, once I get my car, once I get me a little bit more money,
I'm gone.
I'm out, and then that way I can be what I wanted to be with you.
By
With somebody
myself.
else.
Somebody else.
Thank you.
And
That's
that's
why
fine.
when people work, they don't get bossed up. But when the guy drives a girl's car and he drops her off and he hides all her shit and put in the truck to go pick up another woman to pretend that's his car.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He's feeling like a man. You know, he gonna put incense in it. Bitch don't have incense in it, you know, air fresheners.
Crystals
He gonna
and
put
shit.
the seat back. He open the door for her. And sometimes the girl know it ain't his car. So she'll leave a bracelet or something in there for the other woman to know that I'm the female's been in
I'm
his
here.
car. Exactly.
Question. You said
got it.
what was a double homicide? You made a comment about double homicide.
Like, so I have an OnlyFans.
Uh-huh.
I dated someone that said they didn't want me doing OnlyFans, and I had to leave him because that was my bread and butter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
then it's just having more money.
So her two things, for example, her job that she does and the money she makes, are two homicides towards any relationship.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It would kill it.
Yeah. Understandable. Yeah. I mean, it's very difficult. I mean, if a girl's involved in any type of sex work, it's going to be a problem for 99% of men, and then as an entertainer, it's even harder.
And then the ones that are okay are the lazy ones.
Because you know what?
Yes.
You'll take care of
Yes.
them and boss them
and
up.
I've done that.
So question, what if you found a guy, super successful, that said, listen, babe, I'm going to take care of you now. Quit OnlyFans. What you going to do?
I'm quitting.
Stop the cap.
I'm quitting.
But he would have to make what she makes and then some.
Yeah.
He gotta make sure all my stuff that I already have going on can still be, it can still roll, it can still go.
Yeah.
So
You know
I'll
what?
quit in a heartbeat.
But you won't give it
I'm
up,
going
though.
to take your position
I would.
when you quick.
She said she's gonna take your position when you quit.
Yeah, you quick.
I'm not gonna lie, that OnlyFans stuff, it makes money, but I wasn't in the right mental space during that whole thing. It's like I wasn't raised that way. It's
I'm
Be
glad
honest,
you said that.
Be honest, because I found this with OnlyFans girls a lot, is that they'll make good money, right? And they're happy in the moment. But then they realize, yo, this is
the
not
long run.
what I wanted to actually do, but the money's good. And then they go and cry, basically like, damn, I'm in this shit. And like, it's good money, but it's not what I really want to do.
Yeah, I've quit OnlyFans like a few times because of that same thing. It's like, yeah, you're making all this money, you got all the nice cars, you living nice and stuff, but at the end of the day, when you're going home and you're looking at what you do to make money, it doesn't feel good.
And then
it could be the biggest slut whore. I don't give a fuck. She's putting on a mask.
Yeah,
100%.
absolutely.
Because I regretted it. Honestly, the only reason why I did OnlyFans was for the dude I was dating at the time.
And if you look at it, all the top OnlyFans girls have what? A manager managing them. 'Cause then
My manager was my boyfriend. And he had a situation.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna put his business out, but he had a situation going on, and he needed some money. And I'm like, sure, I'll do whatever for my dude. And I started OnlyFans. We're not together anymore. And till this day, I'm like, dang. And I'm
Damn.
telling him, I ruined my life for you, in a respectful way, not to make him feel bad. I'm like, I loved you that much that I ruined my life for you. And I could honestly say I feel like I ruined my life.
Women do that for a lot of men.
You know
I
what?
agree.
I'll give you this. At least you know, and you
honest.
are willing to admit it,
Yeah.
because we've had many girls on the show that are
Like, yeah.
involved in, whether it's OnlyFans or
Denial.
dancing or pornography, and they still sit there and try to argue with me and say I deserve a top tier guy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
sweetheart, look, you've ostracized yourself from the very men you want. The only guys that will take you seriously now is precisely what you said. The bums and the losers that you don't want in the first place a lot of the times. And that's because they look at it like, oh, this is a come up.
Right,
But,
absolutely.
yeah.
And it's funny, Myra will tell the girls to their face, listen, here's an example of what happened to you. Move correctly. And then like, oh, you know what? I still want to try. I still want to do it. And then when they get into it, they're like, you know what? He was right. But it's too late.
Cool. What girls that want to start OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Oh, all girls that come to me in my DMs and stuff, I told them no. They want. I used to
gonna ask
manage
you that
girls.
next.
I used to manage girls. I used to manage a very popular porn star. She's her life. Now that she's off.
Yeah.
Like, I feel bad for her. Like, I don't have sex on my OnlyFans. I don't do boy girl content. I don't show face. I used to like cover up my tattoos. Now I don't care. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you get what I'm saying? She was actually having sex and orgies and calling her the N-word. It's a wrap. Mentally, when I
committed.
talk to her after, it's been years since she's done content.
Their soul is gone.
It's a
Yeah, your
wrap.
soul's
It's
gone.
done.
I agree.
And I'm like,
That
thank
could
God it
ruin
didn't
you.
go that far.
And
Right.
all for money,
But-
bro.
And you know what's crazy? This is before OnlyFans. This was Pornhub. You know how much they were getting paid for hour-long scenes of getting rammed by 3 white men?
2K, 3K?
Not even. 1,500.
Yeah,
Damn.
like 1.5,
1,500.
yeah.
What the
You
hell?
gotta keep lubing your pussy up. Your pussy dry. You gotta make this money. You gotta keep lubing your coochie up. This white man is calling you. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
and you're making 1,500 to these random white people for an hour. Damn. Actually, longer than an hour because they edit it.
I mean,
You get what I'm saying?
Either that or
Her
Wendy's.
mental is gone. It's gone.
Yeah, it could be built for that
And her
shit.
stuff, like, there's stuff where it's businesses now where you could get lawyers and you pay them a monthly fee and they keep your content down. But that Pornhub back then, if you gave Pornhub content, you cannot get that down.
Yeah.
They
Wow.
own that.
Yeah.
That 1,500, you sold your soul over for that.
That's what Mia
1,500.
Khalifa
I
is
used to
going
be-
through right now. Mia Khalifa
That's
is like
done. You can never get that off the
Yeah,
internet.
I was a fan of
Only fan
Pornhub.
girls, y'all have a chance. You get what I'm saying? But if you was on that Pornhub XNXX, and like I said, to actually speak to a porn star and you know, during my mental break, because I had a mental breakdown over OnlyFans.
You see what's happening though? What are we seeing now in the news? They committed self-deletion.
Yes, committing suicide.
Yeah,
and
I was going to ask her about that.
Wait,
Yeah.
who's committing suicide?
Porn stars.
OnlyFans girls
Really?
and porn
Emily Willis,
stars. Yep, it's a few of them I've seen.
What's the name again?
I forget their names,
forget
but
their
I've
names.
seen 3 different
Yep.
stars
Same.
commit self-deletion recently on
Wow.
like
Yeah.
from this and
Okay.
yeah.
I missed
and you know
that.
what? They're depressed, really depressed though,
Yes.
because that type of lifestyle can't keep it up forever.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this: if a girl came up to you and said, "Hey, you make a lot of money, you're successful doing this. I'm thinking about getting involved in this industry," what would you tell her verbatim?
I actually had a show being filmed with girls coming for me to manage them.
Yeah.
And I told them no. And there was girls that were actually coming to me for me to help them whatever money they saved up from OnlyFans to get out, to start a business.
Wow.
So the girls that come to me for me to manage them, I told them no. I said I wouldn't recommend that. I'm like, I won't do it if you want to find someone else. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not going to.
Is there any success stories? Did anybody get in, get out, and went on to live a happy life?
Yes.
Okay.